Hey guys, at the time of filming this, I'm in the middle of baking and I'm in the middle and there's no more eggs. I have no eggs. So we got halfway through, not even halfway through, a quarter through. This is why you check if you have the ingredients before you start anything in the kitchen. I wanted to bake brownies to eat while listening to Harry Styles' new album. I'm actually listening to it well, not it currently, but his just like his music in general. What a drag on us. Oh, I guess that's kind of fun. Wait, that's kind of fun because I get to bake with a new album to listen to. Hang on, that's kind of exciting. Okay, sorted. Okay, I've got cling wrap. 18 years of living, and I've just realized it's called cling wrap. I've never heard anyone be like, can you go get me a roll of cling wrap? No one fucking says that. You know, maybe everything happens for a reason. Maybe tonight just wasn't the night to bake. Now that I'm filming, maybe I should do a little debrief of the week. I should have just gotten like pre-made cookie dough. Actually, every time I do that, you just eat the cookie dough, which I know you shouldn't. I was brushing Lily, and she did not enjoy it. She usually likes a good brush, but she had a lot of knots, so it was obviously really uncomfortable. I even had to cut some of them out, like they were very drastic, and she really didn't like it. And then I decided, what if I put peanut butter on like my shins? And I did that silent, and she did not complain. Life hack: if your dog hates being washed, groomed, brushed, put peanut butter on your. You don't really need to put on your legs. I was just doing it outside because, getting that vitamin D is always good. Sunshine keeps. No, that's apples. Ooh, I could fuck up an apple right now. This is a really different, quirky filming location. Kind of like it, kind of don't, but we might just stay here. Oh, so much to do. So tired. I'm so tired. Let's talk about uni. Is this like bothering you? Is that better? Wait, why is that kind of good? I could make some hot chocolate. Maybe I make hot chocky. That's a great idea. Guys, look at this mug I have. I think it's from Kiki K. It's so cute. This mug's groovy. I like this. Oh, no, no, no. This is my mug. It's got Marilyn Monroe over it. It's my mum's mug, but we're gonna use it tonight for my hot chocky. For a second, I thought we had no milk. You know what I'm really into at the moment? OJ. I love OJ. I've always been more of an OJ girl over Apple. I had an OJ from McDonald's. Oh, I like ascended off one foot. It rejuvenated me. It was so good, and I've been chasing that feeling, that taste ever since. That was just last week. It'll be tomorrow. Tomorrow exactly. It would have been the last week. I hope once I film this, I'm sound asleep. I'm not staying up to edit. It's done. I actually don't know if I make hot chocolate like the normal way. I just do my way and hope for the best. What was I gonna say? So I'm in week 2 of semester 1 of my first year of uni. For those who are new, and I don't think I've ever said that on this channel. So in general, hang on. Now I'm putting the milk into my hot. Do I say hot cocoa? I always say hot chocky. And let's rewind to week 1, last week. I am in my first year, as I just said, but I'm studying wildlife conservation. Monday, I was very, very thankful and blessed that my first lecture was the class that I'm only in week 2, but I think is like the best class the best unit I'm doing. The lecturer is pretty she's very passionate. I feel like it really makes a difference when they're passionate about their subject, just because I feel like it not rubs off, but it makes you more engaged when someone, my class today, one of my teachers was just like, oh, don't, see if I care. That's a direct quote. And I was just a bit like, you don't want to be here. And I get it's 9 a.m. We're all a little groggy, you know what I mean? But I don't know, I feel like I'm not interested in this person's like hobby. This is at disregarding uni, at someone's interest. If they are passionate about it and get really like excited and you know, very deep with it, it makes you like, you know, you want to listen and intake all you can about it, you know. Like my friend is doing architecture and I know nothing about that, but she's so passionate and really excited and knows her stuff that I'm like, you know, it's not a bore to listen to. Sorry, that's a bit blunt, but yeah, like I don't know, I think it's so good when that, you know, you like your stuff. Like that I feel like with that example with architecture, I feel like that's me with like my degree, wildlife conservation and just animals and biodiversity in general. Like I can talk about like animals in the world like for hours, like because I'm just it just makes me so my hot chocolate. It just makes me so incredibly happy. My overall reflection from week one was I was kind of worried that pursuing this will ruin my passion and like my desire. I already know there's no like plan B for me. I'm going to work with animals and that's all I, you know, long to do. But I was very like worried that continue because it's very content heavy, my degree, and I was very worried that I was going to get so discouraged and grow to dislike it, you know, because it is very science heavy. Not that like science is interesting, but you know what I'm saying? It's just content heavy and such a big workload and tough schedule.
Hey guys, I've lost my voice. I think I'm getting sick. I don't want to talk about it. I do, however, want to elaborate on what I was saying because I think I can explain it better. I initially believed that I doing this really heavy study, would make me lose my drive. But I'll have you know, I'm editing in week 4 and I'm on top of everything except my physical fucking health. I'm so sick. Maybe. Who knows?
Felt very burnt out the first few days, but I guess it also is changed just because I haven't um been, you know, I've had time off school, so I guess that change also had a play in, had a role in that. But I, yeah, after week one, I was definitely like, uh-oh, like abort mission kind of. Not that I was like, nah, we're dropping out, but I'm absolutely not. But I was just a bit like, yikes, you know what I mean? Like some alarms were ringing in my head. But after week two, I actually have found that these subjects that I'm like these topics I'm not familiar with, I'm actually so like the practicals, the more like hand the outs. They're not lectures. I'm trying to like make sure that what I'm every concept I'm saying makes sense to everyone. The practicals, which are just like more hands-on classes, I've found that some of this stuff I'm actually really good at, and it's stuff that I haven't been familiar with. You know what I mean? Like we're using all these new programs. I'm in a coding class. I have to say, I don't really like it, but I'm not bad at it. So, you know, discovery is happening, change is happening. I made okay, and another thing I want to talk about is the friendships. So I'm well aware that this is like a mixed, depends on the situation, the person, and everyone's experience is unique. I feel like I've had the best of both worlds because with my classes, I've not really had the same. It's not like with high school, you have like your core class and it's like the same people in all of your classes. I have seen different faces in every single class. So it's a lot of, hey, how are you? Like, I've been just like throwing myself into conversation. And I have made friends. I have hung out with people outside of the classroom and like I went to the club with one coincidentally last night was very fun and fresh. Going into uni, I really wanted to make new friendships, and I have kind of done a good job, I think. I don't want to be like talk myself up, but I've definitely um put myself out there, which I'm very proud of and happy about. It's just a lot of adapting, I've found. But this week, so much better because last week was so long. This week went by so fast. And I'm so glad because one thing about uni makes me incredibly tired, extremely exhausted. Literally, I think all of week one, as when I would get home, I would have like an at least hour, minimum hour and a half long naps because it just exhausted me. And a lot of my friends, they're very blessed with just going in for 1 hour lectures. Today I had a 9 to 5. That's like a job. That's like a woman providing for her kids' schedule. Like, oh, but now I got my hot chocolate, and came home, unpacked the dishwasher, gave Snow a little run around the garden, and did cut Lily's knots out, and gave her a big brush, as I mentioned. So, oh, and I took some photos of clothes I'm trying to sell. So, and I'm in the middle of watching a movie. So you know what? I actually am doing a really good job. I am really doing a good job. Tomorrow I want to go to the library and catch up on all the stuff that I see. That's what I mean. Week 2, already need to study. You know what I'm saying? Like, what? I do think my schedule is a bit more like intense than the average Nelly, but who knows? To be honest, 9 to 5 is crazy though. And as I said, I went clubbing the night before. Oh, never again, never again, never again. I know I actually wasn't going to go out, but this girl had the same class as me, so I was like, we'll be in, we're in it together, you know what I'm saying? And I am glad I went, um, and I got to class half an hour early. I got banana bread for breakfast, Isabella, when you're editing, insert, the meme I'm talking about. That's how I feel drinking just one sip of my hot chocolate.